Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, Gabby the Nail Tech, and I'm back again with another nail tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you all how I did these beautiful pink swirl nails. It's my niece's, well, one of my niece's birthday, her 16th birthday. So I decided to give her a cute little pink full set. So as you can see, I'm doing some cuticle work right now. I pushed back the cuticles off camera, and now I am taking my cuticle drill bit and I'm just going around and cleaning the cuticle area at a low speed setting. So I really love using this cuticle drill bit. I think I told y'all in the last video. I think it does a really good job at just cleaning up the cuticle area. So I'm clipping down her nails, and then I'm going in with some acetone and just wiping the shine off of her nails. And then in the next clip, I'm going to take my medium grit sanding band from Carlash that you can find on Amazon as well. And still using a low speed setting, I'm just going around and removing the rest of the shine off of her nails so that her nails are nice and dry for acrylic application. So you guys, y'all, I have had such a interesting past few days, and I actually had another video recorded for y'all, but I wasn't able to complete the video because of some tea that I received while I was making the video that like completely rocked my world. So maybe one day when I've like healed from the situation and like everything, maybe I'll share it with you guys like in another video. But just know, y'all, like, watch who you keep around, y'all. That's all I can say. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can salvage any clips from that video, but I don't really know if I even want to watch that video and like listen to the information I received again. So yeah, but hopefully I'll be able to crank out some more videos for you guys, and you know, we can keep this momentum going. So yeah. But as you can see, as you can see in this clip, I'm just putting down the tips. These are pre-shaped coffin tips. I want to say they're C-curve coffin tips that I got off of Etsy from Shop Nail Bits. I believe that's the name of the company. So yeah, I really like using their tips for coffin. And when she first came, she told me she wanted coffin, so that's why I went ahead and used these tips. And then of course, to adhere the tips, I'm using KDS glue. You're gonna see though, the nails, well, obviously you saw in the beginning, the nails weren't really coffin because she liked the shape that it was when I cut the tips. So you're gonna see later on, I'm just gonna go in and kind of like just straighten out the the sides a little bit, but I didn't wind up making them coffin in the end. So yeah. So in the next clip, you're gonna see me just taking my little homemade length measuring tool. And at first she said she wanted the medium length, but they were too long for her, so we kind of went with the short, between short and medium length, I guess you could say. And so I'm just taking my sewing scissors and just cutting the tips to the appropriate length. And then I'm gonna go in and just basically match up the fingers on each hand and make sure they're both the same length. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy these clips and then I'll get back on. Alright, y'all, so sorry. So in this part, I am taking my nail file. I'm using the 80/80 grit nail file that I purchased off of Amazon. And like I said earlier, I'm just going in and I'm straightening out the sides. And then I'm going to flip her hand over and I'm going to straighten out the tip of the nail. Straighten out the tip of the nail tip. And just make sure it has like that nice little C curve that I like to do in my nails. Alright, you guys, so now I'm just taking my sanding band, and again on a low speed setting, I'm just blending in the tips to the natural nail, and then I'm just taking my sanding band and going in just to really like clean up and refine that C curve that I have at the, I don't know what to call this part. That's why I'd be so confused, like the tip or the free edge. I know it's like the free edge, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Just clean that part up and make it look nice and crisp. Alright, so this is the result of my tip prep. They look super good. Now I'm going in with my Valentino dehydrator, my Valentino Super Bond, and my Young Nails Protein Bond to prep the nails. Like I said, for me, this works for me. This system works for me. I don't get complaints about like lifting or like nails coming off. Like everybody's nails pretty much stay on for 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, this works for me. And then in the next clip that's coming up, I'm just taking my clear acrylic powder from Young Nails, and I'm just going in and I'm covering the nail bed with the clear acrylic. For one, I do this because, or I started doing this because I was using colored acrylic and the colored acrylic had glitter in it. So I just wanted to make sure I gave the nails like a nice base, I guess you can say, to prevent like any lifting that could occur. Because sometimes when you have like colored acrylic or glitter acrylic, it increases your chances of lifting. So that was one reason why I did it. And then also just to protect the natural nail bed from any discoloration that could occur from the colored acrylic. So I just take the clear acrylic and I just very quickly cover the nail bed with it, and I do this on all fingers. Alright, so now I'm taking my colored acrylic. This is the color Rogue from Dime Nail Supply. You can find her on Instagram. And this is going to be the base, essentially, for the full set. So really quickly, I just wanted to talk about the products that I'm using. So I forgot to mention the brush that I'm using. This is a size 14 Kolinsky brush from Not Polish. I've been using it a lot lately with my full sets. I was at a size 12 and I was using the Pana brushes, which I also like, and I have like quite a few of them. But I decided to size up to a size 14, and I do feel like I work a little bit faster with the size 14 brush. It's not going to seem like I'm working faster with this full set, because with this powder, like, I don't know. So I don't know if any of you, like, other nail techs can agree or like just see what I'm talking about. I really like the brand, and I have a few powders from this brand actually, and the colors are amazing. Like, this color was so pretty, like especially when it was like freshly laid and it still had that like glaze from the monomer, I guess you could say, like how it looks now. The color is gorgeous. Like, it's so pretty. I wish I would have taken like a video or a picture of it. But I really did not like the like consistency of the powder when I used my monomer on it. It was very clay-like, and this is not the only brand that has like clay-like acrylic. But I also heard that they changed the formula of the acrylic powder, so maybe I just got one of the like old formula batches. So I'm probably gonna purchase like a couple powders from this company, like their new powders, and see how the texture, or sorry, not the texture, but the consistency is. But that's like my one complaint, is that it's like clay, and it's so hard when acrylic powder lays like clay. It's so like hard to work with, and it's like kind of just messy and annoying. So yeah, let me know if you guys like relate or understand like what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, but I'm just capping the colored acrylic in clear. I've been doing that a lot lately with my colored acrylics. I used to not do it, and you definitely can see like the difference in the color when you use like your e-file to drill it down. It does kind of like mess up the color of the acrylic powder. So I would suggest, if you use colored acrylic, you don't have to cap it in clear, but it's probably like best practice that you cap it in clear. So yeah, so Here's me just placing the bead. I think this nail you can really see how like clay-like the consistency is, and it's so annoying when you're trying to lay your acrylic and it just lays like clay. It's definitely not good if you're like a more advanced nail tech and you're just trying to like lay your acrylic and go. So yeah, as you guys can see, I'm really like struggling with just getting this acrylic to like lay and just set. With this formula, I would probably say this would be better for beginner nail techs that maybe need like a little bit more time to properly lay their acrylic. But for me, like I need something that like once I put it and I like lay it, it's gonna set like a little faster and not be as messy. So I also don't know if maybe it's the monomer that I'm using. I am using the Kiara Sky monomer. Oh, there goes the clock again. So yeah, I'm using the Kiara Sky monomer, so I don't know if it maybe has an impact on like the way that the acrylic like lays and everything. But I don't know, that could also be something. But yeah. The color is really pretty though, so like I said, you just kind of gotta take the good with the bad on this one. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys just enjoy me laying the acrylic. For me, I kind of just like to take my time. You know, I do like to work fast, but I also like to take my time and just make sure I'm very careful and intentional with how I lay my acrylic and making sure like it's laid very well. The application looks amazing because I don't want to have to spend a lot of time, you know, using my e-file. Like I want to be able to just kind of like, you know, clean up the cuticle area, shape up the nail, and keep it pushing. I don't want to have to go and file the nail to get it to look nice and even and laid correctly. So I really just take my time. I'm not like slow, but I do like to take my time and just make sure that that acrylic is laid properly. So yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the acrylic application. If I have anything else to say, I'll definitely come on and add my little 2 cents. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. I know I had something else to say about capping the acrylic in clear. Let me see. I think that's it. I don't remember. If I remember, then I'll come back on. But yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, I know it's time consuming because it's like an extra step, but it's definitely gonna be worth it because the color of your acrylic is going to look really good if you cap it in clear. So yeah. Alright, you guys, so I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of the acrylic application and then I'll get back on. guys, so as you can see, this is what the acrylic looks like, freshly laid. Alright, so now I'm taking my nail file. I did season it with my buffer to make sure that it doesn't cut my client's skin. So now I'm just going in and I'm separating that fold between the nail plate and her actual skin. And I'm just going in and I'm filing it, making sure that if there's any like excess acrylic that somehow overflowed in there, it's filed away. And then I'm just gonna go underneath the nail and file away any excess acrylic, any excess, just anything that's under there. And then I'm gonna go in with my e-file and I'm gonna clean up the cuticle area and kind of just shape up the nail, make sure that I thin out the edge of the nail. You want to make sure that edge of your nail is credit card thick or thin, depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah, just making sure that the acrylic is nice and even on your nail. I told you guys some misinformation on my last video, so I'm actually not using a 5-in-1 drill bit. I'm using a taper drill bit. This is the Panda taper drill bit in the fine or in fine. And I really like using it. It's, again, I think the best drill bit to use for your cuticle area and your cleanup. So yeah, and then I'm using a level 5 speed setting or 5,000 RPMs, however you want to call it, to do this step. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy it, and then I'll get back on for the buffing and the design. Okay, so now I'm just taking my file and I'm just going and cleaning up the edges, and I'm also gonna take my tapered drill bit, my tapered barrels drill bit, and I'm gonna go in and just clean up that C curve again, make sure it's nice and curved. And then I'm gonna go in with my 80/80 grit buffer and buff the nail. One thing I noticed, like, I watch my videos several times before I actually like edit it and do the recording and everything, just to see like what clips I'm gonna use and to kind of see just how the video turned out in general. Y'all know I have issues with like making sure everything is on camera. I'm working on that. If you have any tips on making sure I get everything on camera, please let me know in the comments below. But one thing I noticed, like, just from watching it, it looks like I'm super rough with my clients' hands, or like I be pushing their hands away or fingers away or doing whatever. It looks that way, but it's not that way. A lot of times, like when you see me moving their fingers around, I'm just checking it to make sure like there's consistency throughout the nail, like no one side is looking different than the other side, which is very important because, again, you want your nails to look even. You want them to look like, you know, you want them to look good. So sometimes you may see me like pulling their finger from side to side. That's what I'm doing. Or sometimes you may see me like just kind of push their finger to the side. It looks rough, but sometimes they may involuntarily move their finger one way and I'm just like moving it for them. A lot of times, like if they're positioned a certain way or whatever, I just go ahead and move their hand for them. But I know it looks real rough. But I promise I'm not being rough on my clients. Like, I'm actually very gentle with them. So yeah. But yeah, in this clip, I'm just cleaning up that C curve, and then I'm gonna go in with my buffer and buff her nails. And then I'm gonna take my sugar scrub. It's the coconut mint sugar scrub that I bought off of Amazon. And I'm just going to go ahead and scrub her hands, make sure they're nice and smooth and moisturized. And then she's gonna take my brush and, you know, just scrub around her cuticle area. So yeah. Alright, you guys, so now we are finally to the final part, which is the nail art. So I did like a pink swirl abstract, I guess you can say, nail design on both of her ring fingers. She sent me a picture, so I tried to follow like as closely as I possibly could. But yeah, so I know this clip looks a little like out of focus. I don't know what happened. It's just not giving. But yeah, so I am using 3 different gel polishes to paint the lines. I'm using fluorescent pink and lotus flower bomb from D&D DC gel, and then I'm also using the white gel polish from Nail by Naya. I still never figured out how to say the name, but Nail by Naya, I think that's what I like came to the conclusion of. But her white gel polish from her Prism Paints collection. And then this gel liner brush, or this liner brush, I got it from Amazon. I don't know the name of the brand, but it's literally like $7. I have like 3 packs of them. So yeah, so I'm just taking the gel polishes, I just put them on a piece of foil. So I'm going back and forth and just doing the line work. It's really hard to describe what I'm doing. You have to kind of just watch, but line work is super hard. And it really takes a lot of like practice and just like being patient. Make sure you have like a good cleanup brush, because sometimes you may like make a mistake, or you may like messed it up, or you may like go too far, or whatever the case may be. You may make a line too thick. So you really just want to make sure like you're just taking your time, you're being patient. Make sure you cure in between each, like let's say you're doing like line work that involves 4 different colors. Make sure if you're using like one specific color, you cure and then you use the next color and the next color and the next color, just so you're not like messing up those lines, I guess you could say. So yeah, and you just have to practice really and just find your liner brushes that work for you. Like I have a few that I'm always going to because I kind of know how to work them. So yeah, so that's really the advice I could give y'all for like the line work. Again, I'm still learning, I'm still practicing, I'm still trying to like figure out what works for me. So it's just kind of hard to tell y'all what to do basically. But yeah, I'm just going between the 3 colors and I'm just kind of filling in those like spaces. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy that part. That's basically it for the video though. Like once I'm done, I'm just gonna apply my top coat and cure it. I'm using the D&D DC top coat, and I cure it for 60 seconds in my lamp. And then I'm gonna be using my cuticle oil just to moisturize her cuticles. Again, I'm using the Unicorn Cupcake cuticle oil from the Nail Cakery. My favorite cuticle oil. It smells so good. I love it. I need to order like 2 more bottles. So yeah. Alright you guys, I'll just get back on in the end for my finishing comments, and that'll be it. Thank you guys for sticking with me as I figure out how to record these videos and how to make these nail videos for you guys, and I hope that you all are learning from them or you're getting inspiration from them. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, you guys, so I am putting the finishing touches on my full set. One thing that I always do, and I explained this in my last video, is that once I'm done applying any gel polish, I always wipe the sides. Sometimes gel polish can get really thick and like pulled up on the sides. So it can like mess up your shape. So make sure you do that before you cure your gel. And then here I am just applying the cuticle oil. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for your love, for your support. I truly appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, I'm gonna be working on just making sure that I give you really great quality videos. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or morning, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.